Welcome to episode 2 of Auto News Online Classics Edition. Today, we're reviewing the 1985 Chevrolet El Camino. Half car, half truck, good at neither. Let's find out what it is good at. The concept of a two-door passenger car with a load-carrying floor originated in the 1920s in the United States and was further developed in the United States and in Australia, where this type of vehicle was really popular. It was popular because you could use it as a farm implement from Monday to Saturday for light-duty work, and then on Sundays you could clean it up and take the family to church. And so it was a vehicle that could provide two really distinct different experiences. This particular El Camino is not as it was delivered in 1985. Gone is the smog era 5.0 liter engine. Gone is the overdrive automatic transmission and the rear highway gears. Now in place of that, it has a 5.7 liter 350 Chevy, which has been bored out to 10-to-1 compression. It's got Edelbrock Performer manifold and an Edelbrock Performer AVS Thunder carburetor. Those flow through stock exhaust manifolds into a 2.5-inch exhaust, which goes through Flowmasters. One of the great features about these newer classic cars is that they already have a lot of the equipment that you would install to make it a better daily driver. For instance, this car has disc brakes already installed on the front, and it's got all the creature comforts that you would want in an everyday driver. AC, power seats, power windows, power locks, rear and front defrost. It's completely set up and comfortable and easy to drive long distances or just daily. The interior of this car has been upgraded as well. Inside, they've kept most of the stock interior, but they've replaced the seats in the center console with an early 2000s Pontiac leather seat and console package, probably out of a Trans Am. It's really nice, 6-way seats. It doesn't look like anything needed to be cut or modified. It looks like it just bolt right in, and it really looks like it came stock with the rest of the vehicle. Walk up to this car, and the first thing you notice is how long and low this thing is. It's inky black. It looks like a long cast shadow on a summer day. The car has extremely long, heavy doors, which you notice when you open them to get into the interior. And otherwise, the car is really without any kind of adornment. Aside from this badge on the hood with the Cal induction badge, there's really nothing else to tell you that anything's going on with this car. It looks a lot like a stunt car or a action car, movie car. Maybe not the hero car, but the bad guy car. And it sounds like that too. The only thing that tells you anything's going on with this car are probably the aftermarket American Racing torque thrust rims, the beefy BF Goodrich tires, and again this Cal induction. Those are the only things that would cue you that anything is happening here. All of that changes once you fire up the car. That 350 roars to life, and it's just a whole other ball of wax. The thing is loud, it's really rowdy, it sounds super good. So let's go, we take this thing for a ride. What's it like? First gear pulls really strong, second gear even stronger, laying rubber in both those gears. And then you hit third gear and it's got that long pull to the red line in third gear. The red line in this car is only around 5,000 RPM, so it comes up pretty fast. And it really doesn't make a lot of power after that rather low red line. But inside of its power band, it makes a ton of power. It's the kind of car that just begs to be driven hard repeatedly. And since I've owned it, it's definitely gotten that treatment. The 1985 was 2 years before the end of this particular product line, which ended in 1987. There were a bunch of various models, SS models, ones with aerodynamic noses, all kinds of stuff. This one's a really bare bones stock car that's been upgraded with a bunch of parts to make it a hot rod. American muscle cars have been seeing astronomical prices again in the auctions and in the online space. And I think that's great. Those cars have deserved those prices in many regards. But it's nice to have a reliable, inexpensive muscle car that you can take out and really enjoy. And I think a lot of that, once you own one of those cars that's highly restored and it's really valuable, it's hard to take that car out and thrash on it because it's an expensive piece of equipment And at a certain point, it just turns into an investment. That's a shame. I think getting out and driving these things is what they're for. And I think you really can't experience them until you get behind the wheel and just really shred on these things. So I'm grateful for this little El Camino and the time I've had with it. It's been a really fun car. Thanks for tuning in to our second edition of Auto News Online, Classics Edition. I'm your host, Mark T. Smith. It's been a blast showing you this El Camino. Looking forward to showing you some new cool rides in the future. If you like what you see here, subscribe, click, ring the bell, do all those digital things you need to do to make sure you're up at the top of the list to hear what comes out first on our new channel. Thanks again for watching, YouTubers.